to Ms. Wambui Kristina Kenyatta Pratts, CPS, EBS, during the 51st graduation ceremony held today on 22nd July 2022. Kristin Wambui Kenyatta Pratts was born in Ishaway, Katongo, County on 4th April 1952. She's the firstborn daughter of the late President Jomo Kenyatta and Mama Ngina Kenyatta, and the elder sister to the current President of Kenya, His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, and is also the sister to Jomo Kenyatta. When she was born, her father, Mzee Kenyatta, had already been arrested and jailed by the colonial government. The following year, in 1953, her mother, Mama Ngina, was jailed at Kabete Maximum Prison for 5 years. She was raised therefore by her maternal grandmother, Anne Yokali Mohoho, in a small village called Gatito in Gatondo, Kiambu County, and her childhood was relatively hard. This is because between 1955 and 1960, her mother was jailed at Kabete High Security Prison during the struggle for independence while her father was in jail in Lodwar. She first saw her father in 1960 at the age of 8 in Lodwar, where he lived with his mother under house arrest. In 1961, the Kenyatta family moved to Mata, but was still under house arrest until Kenyatta was freed on 14 August 1961 and formally released on August 21, 1961. This was a tough experience for a girl of her age. She's married to Victor Pratt, with whom she has 4 children: Selina Red, 1982, Gena, 1983, Yokabi, 1985, and Jomo, 1993. Her educational background. Kristina started her education at the Daruru Primary School, Gatito in Gatondo, 1958, where she was for less than a year. In 1959, she enrolled in Lodwar Primary School, where she had been taken by her stepsister, Margaret Kenyatta. In April 1961, she joined Marwan DED Primary School, where her father had been moved under house arrest. She studied there for only 4 months because in the last term of the same year, she went back to the Daruru Primary School because her father had been released. From January 1962 to 1964, Kristina attended the first multiracial school in Kenya, that is Hospital Hill Primary School, which is now State House Primary School. She lived with the family of Sir Derek Estes, who was a legal member of the Legislative Council in the colonial government and a close friend of her father. She joined Kenya High in 1966 and completed her Form 4 in 1969. From September 1970 to June 1971, she attended Celebrate College for Girls in Pennsylvania, USA, before joining Kutztown State University in September 1971, where she graduated with the Bachelor of Science degree in Special Education in 1974. She then proceeded to Lehigh University in Pennsylvania, USA, where she graduated with a Master of Science degree in Special Education in 1975. High employment. Mrs. Platt was employed by the Ministry of Education in 1976, where she worked up to 1980. She was instrumental in establishing the Department of Special Education and became its first director. While at the ministry, she helped to establish Kenya Institute of Special Education The Institute started training teachers from different parts of the country in special needs education. In recognition of her devotion to the service of people with special needs, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, that is UNESCO, appointed her African representative for the visually impaired. It is also for the same reason that she received the United States Presidential Award from the then President Jimmy Carter for her distinguished service to people with disabilities. In January 2002, the late President Daniel Moi appointed her as a chairperson of the National Fund for the Disabled of Kenya, a position she holds up to today. Her distinguished service to society. Mrs. Pratts' interest and dedication to serve people with disability grew when she was studying in the United States of America, where she studied special needs education at both undergraduate and postgraduate levels. After coming back to the country, she joined the Ministry of Education, where she initiated and was the founding director of the Department of Special Education. It is while at the ministry that she used her training in special education to create public awareness about people with disabilities. It is this devotion to serve people with disability and her advocacy which saw the Danish government give her a grant to establish the Kenya Institute of Special Education, with the Kenya government donating 5 acres of land in Kasarani, where the institute is situated and is still today. The institute, which started as a training center for teachers in special needs education, is also involved in research, functional assessment, rehabilitation and production of assistive materials. It is also during this time that the government also established the Department of Special Education within the teacher training colleges. Her devotion to serve people with disability saw her travel all over the country, scouting for children with special needs. Christina has been involved in a number of special educational associations and schools, and has been a board member of special schools such as Kiabu School for the Deaf, Jacaranda School for the Mentally Handicapped, Kenya Society for the Blind, Thika School for the Blind, just to mention a few. As the chairperson of the National Fund for the Disability of Kenya, Mrs. Pratts has presided over its monumental growth of the fund from about 370 million in 2002 to more than 3.5 billion Kenya shillings by 2020. The fund empowers people with disabilities all over the country by giving them tools of trade, that is equipment and other facilities, in order to reduce their financial dependence. And under her leadership, the Board of Trustees was also able to purchase 2 more commercial properties, Rehema Place on Gong Road and College House on University Way, thus expanding the financial base of the fund from the rent received. Mrs. Pratts has led the fund in building facilities for the disabled and for deserving schools and institutions. She has also held other positions in her service to the community, such as Honorary Consul, Republic of Liberia to the Republic of Kenya, Council Member, Kenya Society for the Blind, Committee Member, Flying Doctors Society of Africa, Member, Nairobi Hospice, Director, Kijani Trust, Board Member, Trustee, Rafiki Foundation of Kenya, Founder Member, Rafiki Village in Liberia, Trustee, Salas Plena Trust, Member, Music Society of Kenya and co-founder the Boni Secondary School. She has received a number of awards and honors for her contribution to special education and service to humanity. In 1977, UNESCO ambassador, she received the UNESCO ambassador for the visually impaired in Africa. In 1979, Kenya Society for the Mentally Handicapped Award. In 1980, the United States Presidential Award by President Jimmy Carter for her distinguished service to people with disability. In 2009, she was conferred the Elder of the Order of the Burning Spear, and in 2016, she was conferred the Chief of the Order of the Burning Spear. Her guiding principles. Mrs. Pratt is a symbol of humility to many people who teaches by example, the art of dedicating life to the social good, the extent of her service to the society, especially to the physically and visually challenged, is unequaled. Her inspirational vision and devotion have been a source of courage and transformation to many, both inside and outside of the boundaries of Kenya. She says that her guiding values, which she will not hesitate to share with people she interacts with, are humility, respect for all people, kindness, hard work, honesty, charity, and compassion. In more than 40 years, she has been serving people with disability in Kenya. Her passion and mission has always been advocacy and raising public awareness about people with disabilities, empowering people with disabilities, giving people with disability dignity, and especially the girls, making people with disability accepted and appreciated by their communities, assisting people with disability to be independent. Mr. Chancellor, sir, Mrs. Pratt is a compassionate champion and an advocate for the rights and recognition of people with disability. She has all along worked for their empowerment, self-reliance, and restoration of their dignity. It is therefore only fitting that Kenyatta University, which is home to the highest number of students with disabilities among all universities in Kenya, recognize and honor her for this special service. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is in consideration of this long, dedicated, and passionate service to our fellow human beings with special needs that I'm humbly honored and privileged to present to you a great Kenyan, a selfless servant of the people, Mrs. Wambui Kenyatta Pratts, for the award of Doctor of Human Letters, honoris causa, degree of Kenyatta University. Mr. Chancellor, sir, allow me now to present the following person whom the University Council and the Senate have found deserving of the award of the degree of Doctor of Human Letters, honoris causa, Mrs. Wambui Kenyatta Pratts. And I now kindly request Mrs. Pratts to rise up in readiness for the award of the honorary degree. May all members of academic staff and guests in academic attire rise in readiness for the award of honorary degree.
I admit you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, Knowledge Prosper of Kenyatta University, in the combination of your long, dedicated, passionate service and advocacy for the rights, empowerment, self-reliance, and restoration of the dignity of people with disabilities.
It's now my honor to present to you Dr. Pratts, and I think we can have some fanfare.
Makofi na vigelegele.
I now wish to invite Dr. Pratts to make her acceptance speech.
The Chancellor, Kenyatta University, Dr. Kristin Wambui, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, Professor George Makoha, represented by Ambassador Simon Labukwesi, Principal Secretary, State Department for University Education and Research. Chairman, Kenyatta University Council, Professor Crispus Makau Kiampa. Chancellors from other universities present Members of Kenyatta University Council, Acting Vice Chancellor, Kenyatta University, Professor Wambui, Chairperson of Council from other universities, ambassadors, and high commissioners present, vice chancellors from other universities. Today's honorary degree recipient, myself, the guest alumni speaker, Mr. Enoch Sikoya, members of University Senate, staff, and students of Kenyatta University, parents and guardians, fellow graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Mr. Chancellor, sir, members of the Senate, Council members and chancellors, university professors, lecturers, fellow graduates, family, relatives, and friends. I stand before you today in awe, as I've never imagined myself standing here addressing such a distinguished gathering wearing such a magnificent gown. Thank you for inviting me and honoring me with this degree. It is unique and a humbling experience. Mr. Chancellor, sir, let me take this opportunity to congratulate Kenyatta University for leading the way in enrolling the highest number of students with disabilities in the country in various faculties of learning. In 2012, Kenyatta University established the Directorate of Disability Studies to ensure full and effective participation of students and staff with disabilities in all affairs of the university. Kenyatta University has fully embraced persons with disabilities and is committed to mainstreaming disabilities in all its operations. At present, the university has 220 students with disabilities enrolled in various academic programs, the largest number in all the universities in Kenya. There are also 79 members of the non-teaching and teaching staff with disabilities. This truly is remarkable, and I congratulate you in demonstrating the true meaning of inclusivity. Kenyatta University has given opportunities on merit to students with disabilities who have graduated in various fields of education, such as engineering, law, education, just to mention a few. Let me urge other universities to follow this example. I would like to take this opportunity to honor my university professor and mentor, the late Renee Paul, who first introduced me to special education. She not only taught me from my sophomore year, but she also guided me on where and how to expand my knowledge and experience outside of the classroom through working and teaching mentally challenged children and adults in the United States of America. She supported and walked with me in my career journey until she died in 2012. And I owe her a great deal of gratitude. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate all the graduates today, especially those who will be entering the job market for the first time. We have witnessed many dramas recently regarding the authenticity of university degrees. Take pride that you have obtained yours, and remember to thank your parents or guardians for making it possible for you to graduate. Don't take shortcuts. It's not worth it. Continue to increase your knowledge. Henry Ford once said, anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. Therefore, never stop learning, as there is always something new and exciting to learn and experience. E.B. King said, the beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. It's all here, and it's yours and yours alone. I was at a school assembly just a week ago, and although it was in a primary school setting, the guest speaker said something that just blew my mind. He told the children that by the time they entered the job market, 80% of them will be doing jobs that don't exist today. My point, therefore, to you is to look around you and discover the opportunities out there and seize them. Stay focused, work hard, and steadily. You will realize your dreams. Whatever you do it well or don't do it at all. Let me remind you, taking shortcuts leads to disastrous results. Do what is right and not what is easy. Always think before you act. Taking the easy road gives you a quick feel-good factor, but it doesn't last. Take the right road, and the results will be felt for a lifetime. Treat others with respect and kindness, for you always come back to you tenfold. Don't quit or be discouraged. If you have a dream or a purpose in life, no matter what challenges you may face, don't quit. Believe in yourself and follow your dream. Don't let other people's opinions distract or deter you from your dreams. Don't worry about what other people think of you. Who cares? Let it go. Never, ever fall to peer pressure. Do good and chart your own path. You are unique, confident, and memorable. Most of all, be you. The quote from the poem Desiderata. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars, and you have a right to be here. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I dedicate this degree to my parents, the late Mzee Jomo Kenyatta and Mamangina Kenyatta, whose support, guidance, kindness, and love have not only shaped my life, but also because of their strength, determination, and courage, they taught me to stand strong. I also dedicate this degree to my children for the love, respect, and patience they have always shown me. May the road always rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is therefore with appreciation, respect, and deep humility that I accept this degree of Humane Letters Honoris Causa that Kenyatta University has bestowed upon me today. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you.